jupe and all this stuff. But dude, the Teddies minted, they barely went over the pre-sale price, and now they're just down so bad. Same thing with Sandbar. Like, what weren't these projects super hype, and they last like one day, and then they just go under their pre-sale price. It's really like flip and get out.
Yeah. So I saw these briefly, but because I don't spend a ton of time on Sol, I didn't obviously buy them. Like, I didn't mint this. But when you flip between the two, it's funny because they look kind of similar, like in the stance, right?
Yeah, it's a
Like,
different like a palette for the colors, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
it's like they're like almost the same like character, like the way that their body is and everything. It's just like they just changed the assets, which I think is funny.
yeah. The Sandbar guys, I feel like they should have done different colors to make the guy look a bit different. I mean, for the actual skin, I guess he's like some cosmic kind of dude, or I don't know what the creature is. Sandbar, maybe it's something from the ocean. But yeah, dude, Solana, man, this is one of the reasons I don't trade on Solana. Like, and some Solana projects do extremely well, but it just goes down so fast, dude.
Yeah. I mean, these specifically, like I said, I looked into them, but it's like it's weird because I know that the Solana ecosystem is very strong, but to me, when Solana is crushing it as hard as it is, like, why are these projects not doing better? Like, you're talking about like a $50 to $100 profit from the mint price.
Not even, but yeah,
that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I think it's like, I think partially due to gas. You know, gas is a feature, not a bug. So a lot of smaller traders turn to Solana, and they'll take smaller profits. Then on ETH, you're kind of like, dude, I don't want to make a burger flip. Like, I want it, you know, because of gas and everything. You want to make more money.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we've seen that shitcoins on Sol, like, those are the coins that have been doing well.
Yeah.
Like, because I spent a lot of time in different Discords, one thing is that I have noticed that there are a lot of people that they have been talking about how the ETH market has been dead, which recently got revived by the ERC404 that popped off, which we can get into whenever that's like on our agenda. But yeah, like it's just, it is, that is what it is for sure. And the ETH market for coins has been just absolutely dead.
Yeah, well, we'll get into ERC404 a little bit later, but it seems like the audience agreeing. Like, yeah, Sol is a good place to start, especially if you don't want to have to deal with gas. But yeah, projects, it seems like a lot of them are just going to zero. I mean, I was looking at a lot of these just for the gem bonus. I don't know if you're farming any of these gems. I have to link my wallet, actually. But I like the Magic Eden Gen program. But let's jump over to the one that's doing better, mostly trading on Magic Eden, which is Ordinals NFTs. You absolutely cooked on the cats. I just didn't have to do it. That's one thing that annoys me. Like, when you need Bitcoin fast, you ain't getting it fast. I mean, I use Sideshift, but it's going to take you at least 10 minutes for the block to go through. That's one thing that bothers me. But yeah, GG on you, man. I saw your post. You absolutely cooked on these. You grabbed one at 0.16 and one at 0.21.
Yeah. So what I did with this was I had Bitcoin already loaded in my wallet, was waiting for this for a while because obviously they pushed back the mint a couple times. And then once they minted it out, then they didn't turn on trading. So like everybody was waiting for it. And there was like a lot of FUD. Like, people were fudding this for a lot of different reasons, the mint price. And I was just like, all right, Taproot Wizards has to be one of the most sought after upcoming drops that we've seen really like ever. And so my play going into it is they opened at like 0.23, like 0.24. And then the listings just piled up. And I had some people that were like, oh, these are going straight to zero. And I don't know what it was. I bought one at 0.165. I felt like that was a good spot. And then when I saw them rebounding, I was trying to buy another one and I couldn't because everyone just kept on like buying them. So I ended up getting my second one at 0.21 and I sold both of them at 0.29. So I did sell early for sure, but I also did make 7,500 from those. in terms of like Bitcoin.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, I understand what you're saying when you say you sold early. I wouldn't say that. I personally expected them to touch 0.2 before touching 0.3. Like they were at 0.26. I thought they were going to go down to 0.2 and it would have given me the entry, but instead they just ripped past 0.3. Now there's a nice correction. I do think. I mean, obviously everybody's hoping that they're going to say something like, if you hold 3 or 5 of these, like you automatically get whitelist for Taproot Wizards. They also have their L2. But no, I wasn't shocked. I didn't really see anybody saying these are going straight to zero. Like it's extremely hyped. Obviously, because of Taproot Wizards, like when you actually look at them, like why should they have hype? Why should they have raised $12 million? You know, who knows? They sold you a picture of a cat and made 12 mil. GG to the team. But yeah, it has the hype from Taproot Wizards. And I think people are gonna every time they dip, like if they have a good dip, I think a lot of people are going to be accumulating them. So
people are speculating really hard on what's going to happen, because what's also interesting is that I think a lot of people know that ordinals are immutable, but within this drop, they have it to where they evolve. So it's it's a pretty cool mechanic because these have already evolved. Like yesterday they changed. So I think that's pretty cool.
All of them are manually.
What was that?
All of them evolve like automatically, or it's manual?
Yeah, I believe it's automatic. Like it's baked into like a certain sequence. So the thing about this is that obviously people are speculating on either one of two things. One, these evolve into the wizards, or two, you're going to need multiple of these to get the wizards. Which, by the way, I know that this is super early because we don't know when the wizards are dropping, but I can tell you this for sure right now. Much like Node Monkeys, much like this, when Taproot Wizards drops, I'm for sure buying those day one as well. Like I don't know how you get whitelist or whatever, but I will for sure be buying those like day one. Same kind of thing. I'll flip it in one day even, but I think that there's like a huge opportunity there. I mean, it's a higher liquidity play. You have to have a lot of money to be able to trade these because one Quantum Cat is what, 5 ETH, 10,000? Is that how much they're going for?
Yeah, 10 grand.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude, the excuse me, the evolving into a Taproot Wizard, that would be such a cool thing. I don't know how that would actually work because the Taproot Wizards already exist, right? They're already inscribed. So I don't know how that would work. Maybe it burns from your wallet and they airdrop you one or something, but that would be such a power move, dude. That'd be really cool. But I'm assuming they're going to want to make money off of Taproot Wizards as well. I don't think they're going to just give them to you for free. I assume they want another 12 mil or whatever mil off of that. Got some good points from the audience here. Hit that like button, boys. It'll help us spread, and then NFTs will spread, and your bags will go up. Excuse me. Still recovering. Just looking at the comments here. What's up? What's good? What's good? Welcome everybody in the audience. Let's go back. So there's a few more collections. I mean, now they're on a little bit of a dip, Ordinals overall, but Ordinals has been, like you said, ETH has been very slow. Ordinals has been the place to trade when it comes to secondary trades, right? There's obviously some good flips when it comes to whitelist on ETH, but if you're going to play the secondary market, ETH has been the place. Bitcoin puppets just went absolutely mad, dude. They hit, I think they didn't hit 0.1, did they? Almost hit 0.1. No. We have these discs that did really well, but the one that everybody is talking about is the ERC404. I know you played around with these a little bit. How was your journey there?
Yeah, so this was last night. So the ERC404, if people aren't familiar with what this is that they're essentially everything's speculation, but it's essentially an ordinal that was it was created off of some very low inscription ordinals created by this guy. I believe his name is Casey. And the deal with this is that if you hold these, you're farming technically whatever like their rune is going to be, which is like a token on Bitcoin. I know it's an entire thing. And I was pretty late to this. These were also airdropped to people directly. So these were just like, if you had certain collections or whatever, like you just got airdrop. And so the thing is that these have been pumping super hard. If you look at the chart, like if you click analytics, like you can see next to items up there. Like, yeah, right there. Yeah, check that out and zoom out. So these have been going up only for a long time. And when you see that sharp, drastic dip, last night the guy Casey made a video essentially stating that it wasn't the first rune, and that was already publicly known, and they just dumped. And so many people just absolutely like they dumped. And one thing that's really tough about Bitcoin is that when volume dies on Bitcoin, it just dies. Like
Yeah.
there are projects that like they will just they will dump relentlessly because it's the same kind of thing where it like there's no farming like on Blur or anything, so people aren't putting in bids and then whatever. Like it just if people aren't buying, like it just dies. So last night I bought 4 of these, and my average on all of them was 0.095, and I sold all of them overnight for that same price because it's kind of like, I don't know if you mentioned this, but like Ordinals they've been doing well, but I also feel like they're going to cool off, and I was looking for a quick flip on these, and I didn't really have the best entries, so I ended up getting out of them, but I was trying to make a trade on that, and I didn't really do it. I didn't lose money, but I just didn't play it that one the best.
Yeah, it definitely didn't help that Casey came out and I guess funded his own project. I mean, they had an epic run up from like 0.03 all the way up to 0.15. Great play to anybody who bought them at the bottom. But it's definitely not done, especially if they're going to have something to do with ruins. I don't think these are the worst play. But yeah, no, Ordinals does seem to be cooling off a little bit. That everything moves in waves, right? So you're going to have the ups, you're going to have the downs. But I like Ordinals, dude. I feel we should put a lot more time into them and even just trading them more. But looking up for new plays, I think there's a lot going on. I also like this airdrop thing. Like these were airdropped to people who held certain collections. Yesterday we had the rug token that was airdrop. I mean, most people didn't make life-changing money, but if you held certain collections or if you interacted with Saturn, you were just given free money, and I really like that. The same thing for like Dim, where if you held a Pudgy Penguin, you were given free money. Like that's really cool, dude, and it makes you want to hold certain NFTs because you're like, wow, if I hold this, I'm just gonna get passive income. I'm just gonna get paid for holding this.
Can we talk about that real quick? The Dim like Pudgy Penguins thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. Like I did not know that was happening. Was that something that was being advertised, or did it just happen? Like, do you know? Because I don't.
I don't know either. From what I know, it just happened. But I think there was some insiders who knew. But I think the snapshot was a while back. I think the snapshot for it was like back in November or something, like a while ago. I could be way off about this, by the way. I just haven't looked into it enough. I got a little bit of Dim. You had to have like claimed it in advance. I got like a very small amount, but it's free money, dude. I got like $700 for free, and I just staked it because there's going to be some future airdrops. A lot of people are staking like Tia and all these other coins, Manta, whatever coin, and then it might lead to future airdrops. So when you get that free money, that's what I did with Blur as well. All the Blur that I made, I just staked it for Blast, which I think a lot of people now are getting bullish on Blast. I'm seeing a ton of projects come out. I'm gonna have a exclusive Blast video coming out in the near future. But Blast meme coins, Blast NFTs, a lot of people are just talking about these. We got some friendly faces in the audience. What's up, Peyton?
Hey, Peyton.
Keep killing it, boys. We got Blue. What's good, bro? And then I saw some above. Dav. He really wants to join your group. Ash, let him in.
Hey,
here talking about give me the loot says have to just left curve and jump on RSIC and ERC404 even though they make little to no sense. Ape then think. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that seems to be the play. Ape then think. Now we'll talk about ERC404s in just a minute. Still talking about ordinals here. Not financial advice. What do you guys think about fluoroforms? I think the supply is a bit too big. 10K. They shouldn't have done 10K in my opinion. But Hardo's collections have done extremely well on Bitcoin. He has the sats. He also has the golden ratios. I mean, again, the supply much smaller, right? These are only 420. The sats are only 100, and now you're introducing a 10K, but it's a free mint. So if you have whitelist, yeah, if you have whitelist, like it doesn't matter. But yeah, I would have liked a smaller supply than 10K.
Yeah, I would just echo all that. I mean, it's free. right? You get whitelist, let's go, right? Like I'm sure it'll do well. And also, while I do think that ordinals are cooling off like a little bit, I also think that that's one where because of the prior stuff that it could get pushed up for sure. Like I think that that could do well. What was that?
So I moved my mic, and the way my stand works, it just made a creak.
Yeah.
Apologies.
I know you had on the screen the ordinal gang.
Yeah, Ordinals gang. These minted out for 1 Bitcoin.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then now, but I don't see any volume though.
No, there hasn't been a
Yeah,
sale. But these are so you can see like in the top it says
yeah.
the range is 558 to 578. So these are some of the lowest inscriptions. I don't know about what's lower than them, but these are definitely like I like these guys. Like I like these are pretty cool considering how also low inscription they are because I know that there were some inscriptions that are sub 500 that are just weird. Like it's just random stuff, like either
Yeah.
random pictures or emojis.
One-off image, not a full collection. Yeah, these guys have
Yeah.
the full 21 collection of different characters.
Yeah, I like how they're obviously it's super small, but man, it's crazy to think that these minted out at 1 Bitcoin. I know NFT Boy minted one of these. There was another guy on my timeline that I saw that ended up like being able to mint one of these as well. I reached out to the founder of this like a year ago, and I was like, "How can I get involved?" And I just didn't really follow up like with a lot of what it was, but I mean, you can see it, right? I will say that like I am surprised that there hasn't been any volume. I would have definitely thought that one of these would have sold by now, considering how low of an inscription they are. You know, like, do you feel that way, or is this just me? It's expensive. I get it.
Yeah, but it's low inscription. I mean, I'm looking here at this another collection, Time Chain. I had spoken to the founder a while back. Same thing. I don't think there's any volume on these, but this is a collection of clocks. They also have some characters for their Gen 2, but these are sub 400 inscriptions. But same thing, the volume's very low. It's like it's the collectability about them. So what are shrooms?
But I don't like these. You know, like
Hey,
I get it.
They're sub 1K, bro.
I get it. But like I'm just like I'm not a huge fan of those. Yeah, so there's never been aren't there supposed to be more of these?
Is this
Or is
like
this
the
all of them?
real? Yeah, this is the real collection. Some of them look really weird.
So there hasn't been any sales for these?
Well, despite the Sotheby's, but I don't think most of them are released. Like, I don't think they've handed them out yet. They're still like figuring it out. I think some of the mods maybe got, or I don't know how it works. Like they've just been taking their time with these. They sold 3 through Sotheby's. One of them sold for like $250,000, and the other 2 sold for I think 6 figures, just low 6 figures, which is still amazing, like 150K. But yeah, I mean the volume's really low on these, or non-existent. But if you believe in ordinals, if you believe in the collectability of them, you might as well just hold one, and hopefully in X amount of time, like they do a lot better.
So you remember the shadow hats?
Yes.
So who was it? Adam Hollander, that guy? He paid like 2.5 ETH for one of these over the counter, I believe.
Okay.
Like he said, if you go, we maybe I'll pull it up in a second. I will do that after I'm done talking.
Yeah.
But he bought one of these for 2.5 ETH or 2.5 Bitcoin. I'm an idiot. And it's like these are cool, but it's like, is it because like what's I don't know. Like, why did that sell? Why did he pay up so much for one of these? Dude, I'll just say this straight up too. Like, buying one of these for this much Bitcoin is so risky because you cannot sell them. Like, nobody's buying this stuff.
I mean, if you look at the punks have sales 7 days ago. I mean, the volume is still really slow, but 7 days ago, then 23 days ago, but they're still selling for, close to 4 Bitcoin, over 100 grand. I remember when these first came out and it was trading all OTC, like on the sheet, and people were trading them for like 0.2 Bitcoin and stuff.
On the sheet.
Yeah,
You had to be
on a
there.
Google spreadsheet.
You had to be there to remember it. Yeah, I sent you the link for what I was talking about. Remember when what was his name? Ryan Carson?
Yes.
When he was buying these?
No, he was buying
He was
the
buying
other punks.
the Bitcoin punks.
Yeah, which is just like the stolen art.
Yeah. Well, he
Yeah,
was buying I
he spent
remember
like 100. Didn't he spend 180 grand or something on them?
he bought a lot of these.
Yeah.
But I don't know what his entry was or how many he got. I'm sure he probably doesn't hold them anymore.
Hmm.
But yeah, pull up that Adam tweet real quick. So what does it say? It's hard for me to read.
I just won the Shadow Hat auction for 2.5 Bitcoin. I'm still in shock. This was not something I really planned or even thought I'd have the opportunity to buy. I legitimately had to discuss this purchase with my wife. 2.5 Bitcoin is a lot of money for an NFT, but in reality, it was an easy decision for multiple reasons. And then, I mean, he goes into a thread.
Yeah, we don't have to
Provenance, provenance.
the forgotten.
He's talking about the team, which like. and the team might be great, but you know, with the performance of their latest what do they call it? It's just shadows, right?
Yeah.
Or shadow.
It should be just
Right here,
shadows. Yeah.
You know, these are down 70%, and
I
the team
still
made
don't
5 mil. Like,
I still don't know why they didn't just go buy block 9 sats and throw these on there. Like they just took the most random sats and just like that. Like none
does
of
it
these.
matter? Like, you care if it's vintage or block 9 or pizza or whatever? Like, does it matter for the ninjas, dude? Which also are like, I should have flipped these at 0.12 Bitcoin. They're all on pizza sats, but like pizza sat is worth like a penny or something, you know?
Yeah, but that kind of
No, it's cool. No, I like
down.
that they're on the pizza sats. Like, I like that they did this, but I'm saying it doesn't matter.
No, I don't think it matters. I think it's just like a nice attention to detail. But yeah, like for the 2.5 Bitcoin sale, I know we're talking a lot about Bitcoin and that we've like gone down this rabbit hole, but like that is so much money for in a liquid ordinal. But at the same time, like I know that this guy is he can afford it, right? So, and I'm not gonna pocket watch this dude at all. That is a lot. 100K for more than that for a shadow hat. Do you think that was a good play? I mean, time will tell on that because if ordinals do take off, this could age really well. Like it could.
I guess it also depends how you feel about the shadows. It's 10 that are sub 1K and they look cool. So yeah, it could. Hopefully for him, it does age well. But yeah, I guess if you look at the trades on the punks, but it's because the punks are also punks at the end of the day. So they have that punk ability to, I don't know how to say it. It's punks, you know, it's very different than like the clocks or something else.
Yeah, the shadow hats are under like another IP, right? So I guess it like kind of depends on how much you like that brand.
Yeah. Moving into the ERC404s, dude. These absolutely cooked, man. If you got it, they were trading for like 0.6 ETH. I heard about these when they were too late, dude. I heard about these when they were like at 5 ETH already, and then I completely missed out. And I just told myself like, oh, I missed it. I'm gonna ignore this. And they pumped all the way to like 13 ETH. They're attached to a token. Maybe you could give us the alpha on these.
Yeah. So, from my understanding, there was a contract that was similar to this a while ago, like a couple years ago, but it was, and don't quote me on all this because I don't have all the research pulled up like in front of me, but there was an old contract that was supposed to work the same way. So the way that this is like if you buy like one, like you talk about one Pandora, if you buy like one Pandora, you would get one NFT, right? And then if you sell it, then it gets burned. Like it's like a certain type of mechanic like that.
If you sell like a fraction of it or something.
Yeah, so this was created by somebody that I know actually, and he is also going to be doing he's associated with another one that is going to be launching with Sybil. You know, did you see this? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Do
You
I
know
need
him?
to,
Did he give you the alpha on this, dude?
Uh, so yeah, yes and no, because he did actually reach out to me the night of, but didn't say what it was. And then what I just sent you is the one that I believe Sybil is going to be involved with. Um, anyway, this is we're kind of getting like off track, but like it is kind of crazy that like for example, Binance is now supporting these. It's just a different type of thing where it's like you're essentially trading a JPEG with a liquidity pool, like, and you can just trade. So if you buy the token, then you get an NFT, right? Like that's like the way it is. But you have to buy, I believe, like the full token to like to get that NFT. And so I
Okay,
it's
so you need to buy 26 grand.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to buy like the whole thing from what I understand about this. And it's just a narrative, right? Like I think that's really what it is like this one absolutely cooked. And I don't know if they market made it or like whatever the case is here, but yeah, they like for sure like I mean it created like an entire meta, and it's on ETH, and this is why gas was high and people were excited about this. And there have been some other ones like so there's Pandora, and then there was another one called Monarch that also is at like a 15 million market cap. There's another one called Bakery that was at 2 million. I didn't buy into any of these.
Yeah, Pandora to the bet. It's currently at 200. Oh, it just had a nasty dip, but it's currently at 255 mil FDV. Monarch doing well. Yeah, like you said, 15 mil, and the NFTs are close to 1 ETH. I don't know if there's some game here with dragons and eggs and stuff. So is this one going to cook? Like, do you think this is just a short-lived trend, or do you think it actually does something?
Well, if you look at like who that account is following, it's Sybil. And I believe that this was a renamed Twitter account from something that she was doing in the past.
Mm.
So you can see like there were tweets a while ago. If you scroll down, it's just like random AI, whatever. And so I believe that this was supposed to be something else. And then the idea came up about this. And yeah, so this is actually supposed to launch today. This thing
Oh,
that I
nice.
should, yeah, you can see it. So
Yeah, 9th
10,000
of
supply.
February. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is supposed to launch today. Claims that it's fair launch. So I don't know what that means, but I will tell you this, like I will ape this for
Nice.
sure. For sure. Sybil, like she's got so much. I mean, she cooks. Like, yeah, I will say that, like, yeah, I've seen that obviously, just like with anybody else, like people are gonna give certain people a hard time, but like she's made a lot of money through shit coins, and that's like what I think people are gonna speculate here is that like if she's involved, that like there's an opportunity for them to make money.
Yeah, there was another one. I did they get like delisted or something? It's called Defrogs. This one
Yeah,
also
this
posted
too.
it dumped hard. I guess it got delisted, or I don't know why there's no NFTs for sale unless people really want to hold on to them.
Yeah. I don't know too much about this. I saw it, but yeah. I
No,
just
I'll
was
definitely keep
staring
an
at
eye on this one. Why do I know the name Serpent?
the
Did this person
serpent.
like drop a NFT in the past?
Serpent is one of the guys that has helped with security in the past, right? He's like I believe, a Discord security guy, but he also he was really involved with the Fortnite community at one point. So yeah, that's like his thing is that he's been a not like not like Zach XBT, but he's like constantly posted like OX quit, and he's like a dev.
Got you.
So yeah, but he's
I
been
see it
around for
here.
a while.
Top dev like side guy. Nice. Nice. What else we got here? Let's go see. Dude, Doodles. Have you seen Doodles is making a comeback? Like I was on Shift Spaces yesterday, and we're talking about comebacks, and then people were bringing up Doodles. And if you look, dude, they've been trending up, and they're above 2.6 ETH. Do you see Doodles coming back to life?
This is crazy. It's so crazy to me. Um, what do you think?
I don't know,
I
dude.
will answer later.
I think people are trying to recreate like a Pudgy Penguins narrative. Obviously, they're still down bad from their all-time high. I mean, I would have never guessed they're gonna come back. Or, I mean, obviously anything's possible, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. maybe they're gonna, if they drop like a token or they start like giving people money or they're making like a big change maybe. But I don't know. I saw they have a partnership with G-Shock, and to be fair, compared to some other brands, like they're they're only going to charge you like $169 for a G-Shock, their figurine, their t-shirts. Like this actually seems like a good deal. I don't know. I would grab one, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, this kind of just feels, I don't know. Are they actually going to make a comeback? Like that's crazy. I think a lot of people want them to. How many people are still repping Doodles, or still they're just like, it's down bad. It's my forever PFP. And they want them to come back after our spaces or after our show in 30 minutes. Whale and Shiv are having them on the Whale show. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully I commented, hit him with some hard questions. Like I want to hear them ask about like the Flora and Get the F Out, and them say, they pretty much tweeted or they posted like, we've added enough value to our Genesis NFTs. That's pretty much saying like, yeah, we're done giving you value. To me, that's a sign to sell and get out. So now are they reverting that? Like, are they going to start adding value back to the NFTs, or what's going to happen here?
Yeah. Well, can you pull up their Twitter account?
Yes.
So let's see how often have they been tweeting? So they retweeted Will, trying to get on that. February 6th. So they're tweeting about that.
It's the G-Shock partnership.
Okay. What about other?
Yeah, that was the big joke, right? They didn't have an announcement for like a year or something.
So my thing is,
what happened with Pharrell? Didn't they have Pharrell on their team and all this stuff? Like, what happened with that?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with all that, but like, I think that at the very least, if you look, like they're starting to do more of these like GIFs. They're starting to do more content. There's like this. I think this is cool, right?
Yeah.
Like they're starting to post more of this. And so I think that it's probably somewhat correlated to the fact that it's like Doodles is supposed to be IP, right? Like it's cute IP. And it's like, utilize that. Do what Pudgy Penguins did. Like make an Instagram, make a TikTok account, go and like, then try to grow the brand and give people like this is what's going on. They had to have hired like a social media guy, and they're obviously putting their animator to work. And the thing is like, I always loved Doodles art. I loved it. I had Doodles. It was always about the lack of communication, and it was about like there wasn't like a really obviously like the community was what it was, but like I didn't feel like there was a strong sense there wasn't a strong sense of leadership, and I think that's what they lacked. But yeah, like as you scroll through, it's like, look at how much stuff that they've done like over the past like month or two. Like they've definitely had some announcements. Now I don't think that the G-Shock thing, I don't think that them putting out merch is like enough. But I think if you're talking about like the legacy NFTs, like Moodbirds, nobody's gonna buy. Clone X, like they have their thing, but their ecosystem is kind of confusing. And it's like with Doodles, it's like out of the three of those projects, I feel like this one definitely has like the best potential. But I just think that the whole like comments and like the leadership thing from Poopy at the time, like I just think that it didn't sit well with people at the time.
Yeah, somebody commenting here, Zagabond tweeted about them as well. I had heard about that. Let's see if I could. He probably retweets a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to quickly find it, but yeah, I did hear he tweeted about them. Would you gamble on them? Would you actually buy one of these? I mean, you brought up Artifact, dude. I own neither of these, but Artifact is one of the ones I want to have a massive comeback. Like I really want Artifact to come back and just start delivering for the community. Hopefully they deliver on the Animus eggs. That'd be great. I'm not holding my breath. I kind of gave up and just like, okay, they're just going to sell it. They view us as consumers. I wonder if that's what Doodles play here is. They have their stores that they opened up there. As you see, they're selling products. Posting art is great, and I understand they're an IP, but is that going to do anything? Like, why? What's the point to buy into Doodles unless people think like they're going to have a token or something? That's the only thing in my mind that's going to do anything. Because why would they go up? Yeah, okay, they have a great IP, but okay, who cares?
Yeah. I mean, I think that out of the three, the Doodles probably has the best shot, right? Like, I think they do have the best chance. But the question is, like, do you put the money there? Do you park the money there And when you park that money, do you say to yourself, okay, like I'm gonna hold on to these and hope that, I mean, it's been 2 years, right? Like I don't know what else they've been doing. Like they've announced these huge partnerships. I think that this is like a larger conversation, but I think what I would rather do is like I would rather, instead of trading those and holding those, hoping for whatever, I would almost rather and prefer to be liquid and wait for a more obvious play, because this is something that I don't think that we've seen yet, but there is going to be another blue chip type NFT that drops soon, in my opinion. I don't know what that is, right? We've seen like these different anime projects here and there, like that have launched. We have Persona Journey, which is going to launch soon. That obviously they have a lot of like people that have their eyes on those, but we've seen so many of these projects launch. I think the highest that we saw a project go in recent times, if I'm not mistaken, on ETH was grapes, right? Like what pumped harder than grapes? And
Mocha.
and the and those weren't really able to sustain because it was so driven based off of the token. So I guess my point is, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this, but I feel like we are due for another blue chip style project on ETH, and I just don't know when it's going to be, but I feel like it'll be a little bit more obvious than we'd think these days. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd love it to happen. I think we're definitely due. I mean, Mochaverse was one that also pumped, and I think Grapes was never. Sorry to the project. I don't think it was ever going to be a blue chip. Exactly like you said, people were relating it to the token, and then once you get the token, obviously they dump. Also, who's going to put a grape? If I pull it up here, like it's not a nice NFT. Who's going to put this as like who wants to feel represented by this
Have
or
you
like
ever
use this
seen
as
somebody
PFP?
use this as a
No,
profile picture? I
no.
haven't either.
Yeah. But I mean, you could say the same thing about Mocha. I'm really not a
Yeah.
fan of the Mocha art, but it's because it's Anna Mocha that's behind it. Whale is sponsored by them. YP, they rep it. I like how they rep it in their PFPs too. They don't just have the NFT; they have a little piece of it in their PFP, which is their branding. I find that really cool. But no, this is one that did really well around the same time as Grapes as well. Like mainly because of the token speculation as well, the speculation around their own Mocha coin. But no, I mean we're definitely due for a new blue chip or a new like dope IP. It's just really hard to do, dude. Everybody's. I mean, we could look at them. Um, we could look at them right now. Actually, we'll just skip ahead here. We did have some art reveals for like San Fran Tokyo, and then we'll look
We
at
talked
the
about this last week.
yeah, we'll look at the art reveal as well for Pandora. Yeah, last week we saw the female version. Um, what I follow TMA, by the way. I hate that Twitter does this. Yeah, what do you think? Now they revealed the male. They also revealed a new. I like this one looks very different from anything we've already seen. Last week we were saying like I'm on or both of us, neither of us are fans of like the nose and the mouth. It really feels like it's lacking detail. I like the new eyes, a lot less shading on the eyes, so you see them a lot more. But I'm still like it's cool, but I'm not like blown away. I'm not. Yeah, like would you rock this as your PFP? Like it's not a bad PFP, but I'm also like, it's fine. I'm not. We've seen so many anime PFPs. And I'm like, I still hold my San Fran Tokyo or my Wii boxes or whatever. Like I still hold them. I'm tight with the team. Yeah, see, even Jeffrey here, not but he's comparing it to. I mean, we might as well pull it up. People are going to compare them anyways, so I might as well put them at the same time. A lot of people are going to compare it to Persona, who also just revealed. And I love like the music, everything. This is like a real retro vibe. I love the art for this dude. This is like old school anime. It's so nice. Here, let's get this transition. I wish you had the music, but you don't. Boom. Like this, dude. The art for this is beautiful.
This is my
The-
favorite anime art besides Suzuki for sure.
what do you
Personally.
what do you think about like they're just wearing regular clothes? There's no weapons. Um,
I mean, I think, I think it's a little bit more realistic. I think what they're going for is like if you were like, I get it. Some people like on the internet, like they want to have like, and we don't even know if these are final traits. Like we don't know if if they will have swords, if they're gonna be like ghosts, if like or you know spirits or anything like that. But if you look at my profile picture, right, it's like, you know, I could have AI generated mine to be whatever, and my profile picture is really just me with a hat. Yeah, and that's and like my, you know, spiky hair, but it's like I'm just wearing like a shirt with like a popped up collar. And so it's like in a way, this is very similar. So to so this is what I'll say, because I know that we were talking about like the San Fran Tokyo art. This is what I do like, is that in a way from the last time that we spoke, we had like we both said that we thought that the eyes like looked a little dark. And then we also said that they looked young, which they changed both of those things. Like they don't look as young, like they look younger, right? Like, but that guy, like, you know, I could see him being whatever, like 18, 19, 20, right? Like, you know, early 20s. Like, so it doesn't look like it's a kid, because obviously we know that like people aren't going to use that. But then like the issue that I guess I still have, which what I think would really finish it off, is like detail on like the nose and mouth on this. But then when you go look at Persona, and thank you for switching between all of these for me, I appreciate that. I just love this. Like I really, really love this personally. I don't know what it is.
Personally, you love it.
Person.
Yeah, no, dude. The art style of these is amazing. Like this old school art style, it's beautiful. I really like it. Does that mean anything? Does it mean it's going to go to the moon? And you know, I mean, everybody. I saw some posts talking about like the founder's history, and you know they're very successful, and people are bullish on it, and they have good backing. Does that mean anything? How many IP plays? How many anime IP plays have we seen? So time will tell. But for the art itself, which doesn't always matter, it's beautiful. And I love like the just like Azuki. Like the main thing about Azuki is that it pulls you in. Like they're able to build this world, and the music they use, their aesthetic, everything is amazing. And you know, for the style they're going for, like they're hitting it with this. This feels like old school vibes, dude. I don't know what it is, like what 80s vibes or whatever it is. It's great, even with the music. Like I'd have to recast my stream so you guys could hear the music, but yeah, I really like the vibes they're going for, if we could use that word. Cool transition too. They're clearly talented, and the art on the art side, they're really hitting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
I
I
like,
didn't get the collab yet, so I'm sorry. If you're watching, give me the collab. Incredibly hard to deal with them when it comes to collabs, dude. Not responsive at all.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like it a lot. I have an interview with their founder that is dropping next week. So a lot of people will finally be able to see who the founder is. He doxed to me, and he will be doxed in the video. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
pretty, yeah. So that's pretty cool. So everyone's gonna get to hear directly from the founder himself on the Ash Robin Twitter account. So that will be cool. But yeah, I'm personally looking forward to it. Yeah, I remember these.
Rick said, "Remember Isekai Meta and Web3 gaming." It says, "Stop flooding." No, it doesn't. It doesn't remind me at all. These are like young, they're characters, and I go to this website every once in a while because they had a beautiful website, dude. Their art was everybody was calling this like Studio Ghibli and stuff like that. Like I don't know what happened to this project and like what they're doing, but it there's another one I can't remember it. Remember what was there like? It was something with a train. It was like Get on the Train or whatever. There was an anime project that had something with a train, and I can't remember the name.
I
And
don't
the
know what you're
art,
talking about.
yeah, there are somebody in the audience, if you remember what it is, it was something with Get on the Train, and their whole thing was about riding from place to place. A narrow, dude. Thank you, Zed, bro, coming through.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
No, was it a narrow verse? Yeah, these ones. Okay, they don't really look like it. But they were trying to go for that like an aesthetic as well. People were loving this art on the timeline when it first. You don't remember these?
Uh,
Just go to their
no.
website.
When
It's
was
only
this?
Let's see. Well, this was last cycle, dude. This was
Oh, then no, I don't remember this.
2022. This was Bear. Unfortunately, I think they launched in the Bear. Did they completely stop posting? Yeah, they did. They haven't. Oh, they posted on January 1st.
Happy New Year.
Let's go. Happy New Year. Wag me. But before that, yeah, September. Giveaway alert. Yeah, it seems like it's a dead project. But dude, like I'm saying, we've seen this time and time again. Time will tell. I love their aesthetic. I love what they're going for. I mean, even their website. I've covered this a few times in my videos. I love their website. So, but comparing the two, which one you like more, San Fran Tokyo or Persona?
Persona. I think like this is what I'll say. Persona. I'm likely not going to change my profile picture because I like not being tied to an NFT. But
Same.
but if I were like what I might do, like hear me out on this, is like I might find a persona that looks like me if the price is right, and I might like if it's similar to my profile picture, and like I might post that, right? Like I might like on certain posts, and like I might use that, right? If I find one that like maybe it has a hat or maybe it doesn't, but it has long brown hair like me, and it looks like my profile picture, and it kind of like fits, like if it's one of those things that like you can kind of see that it's me, because people also like see me so they know that like I look like my profile picture. I feel like I would do that. So I don't know that I would change my profile picture, but this is the first time that I would own one of these. And there are people that I've heard that they're just like, oh, like I bought KPR just because I like the art and they want to do that. But I was always kind of like, this one, dude, like I really love this. I really do.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. At the same time, I've done that done that in the past, and I always regret it because then I'm like, wait, I'm here to make money. I'm here to trade, not to. It really depends. It really depends if like you vibe with it. If you're really going to use it, fine. But you have a recognizable brand. So,
This guy
is there a
says,
bald one? Is there a bald one that I can rock?
I would
there's a
hope
guy
so.
with a shaved head, not fully bald. Do it, Ash.
This is in reference to my video from yesterday.
Yeah, where you said
I love that, dude. I love when I can see that people watch my videos. I love that. That's
yeah.
great.
What else we got here?
I will say this too. Last thing,
yeah.
I have actually had like 5 or 6 people reach out to me about like how to get in touch with the Persona team in the past 2 days.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
And I don't even know why me. I didn't even talk to them. I didn't even post it yet.
Yeah, but it just happens, right? People are always reaching out for that kind of stuff. But yeah, same, dude. My DMs is literally just me pinging them. I did want to talk about this. I did find this funny. I'm seeing all these projects, or it's Magic Eden, but I guess, yeah, it's Magic Eden mainly posting it, saying like, we're thrilled to announce we're partnering with Pudgy Penguins. I wonder if they're paying for this, first of all. We're partnering with Pudgy Penguins and Azuki and Artifact and a bunch of projects. And they're just saying we're now their preferred marketplace. What does that mean? Like, unless the project has an upgradable contract where they could ban Blur and OpenSea and all these other exchanges, like just because Pudgy Penguins and Azuki are saying like, hey, Magic Eden's our preferred market, like nobody cares, dude. People want to make money. If I could save 5% or whatever, people don't want to pay royalties. So like, I just found it funny to see all this stuff and then people like posting on it, bull posting. But like, what does this mean? Does anybody care at the end of the day?
I think it's just like a partnership, like I don't like, I see exactly what you're saying, but yeah, announce a partnership. Like, I think it really just comes down to like them. It's like a strengthening of brands for, I think, both parties really, but Magic Eden for sure. I mean, to have this, it's like, okay, like it tells me that they're connected enough and they've had conversations. And I mean, for what it's worth, Magic Eden, though they don't like currently have a farming, like a Blur type situation.
No, they do. They have the gems.
Well, right now, right? Like that, but that's recent, correct?
Yeah.
They have really stepped it up. And I actually will say that like Magic Eden has grown on me. I'll just throw this out there. I will never trade on OpenSea. Never. I will never trade on OpenSea ever.
Yeah, my go-to is still Blur. But lately, I mean, for Solana and for Bitcoin, Bitcoin, you only pretty much. I mean, there are other exchanges, but I just go to Magic Eden, Solana too. It's kind of my default. For ETH, I still think of Blur. For Polygon, I think do. But no, I understand what you're saying. I agree. It's good for them to get these partnerships, but I don't know what it's going to lead to in the end. Especially maybe if it's just like a friendly handshake, cool. If they're paying for this, I don't know how worth it's going to be. But one thing, every project uses OpenSea and Blur as the links. Whenever you go check, even Anero, I just looked at it in whatever project. When you look at, I mean, I don't know if Azuki does this. Do they put links to buy their stuff? About here, buy Azuki. Where does it go? It goes to OpenSea.
Well,
so now,
you can choose, right? Like that's what the drop down is. Click that. Go to there again. Wherever that was.
Yeah, it's just you can't see on this page. Buy
Beans,
Azuki. So they have two. So they have LooksRare and OpenSea for each collection.
Yeah.
No, they don't have Blur.
Yeah, they do.
Right here for Elemental, not for regular Azuki, just for Elementals for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I guess, but they don't. From what I could see, they don't have Magic Eden. Well, because Magic Eden doesn't have an ETH exchange yet. But most collections put Blur and OpenSea, right? Those are the two they put. So it'd be really interesting if they got rid of all these and all they're showing is Magic Eden.
Yeah.
Then I could understand, like, okay, if Pudgy Penguins does that, if Yuga does, if all these projects start doing that, they're now directing traffic to Magic Eden. That's a W for them. That's really good for them.
So
it doesn't mean
people
are gonna go there, but at least you're directing them there.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would think. So I guess it's not like an exclusive partnership yet, or soon to find out. But Fahad actually said something that I've been thinking about since he said it, which is he says I've been spending more time on Magic Eden than even Blur now. I actually have been too. It's actually really funny that you say that because like I that's the only place that I go to check Solana. It's the only place that I go to check Bitcoin.
Yeah, it depends on the chain you're trading, right? For ETH, you have you have a choice, but you don't have the choice of Magic Eden. So it'll be interesting to see once ETH is available on Magic Eden or all these collections.
Well, if ETH is trading on Magic Eden, why would I not use Magic Eden? Because here's the thing, I don't care about farming Blur.
If it's an aggregator, fine, sure. But if not, I'm going to go look for the best price.
Well,
whenever people post on Twitter, this collection just hit 12 ETH, and then you go on Blur and it's at 10 ETH. It's just like, bro, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's just,
I might as well go on obscure
ignorance.
Exchange where it's only listed at 50 ETH and be like, oh, we're at 50 ETH. Like, that's how I look at it. I always give my friends shit whenever they're like, we just hit this price. I go on OpenSea or I go on Blur. I see it's a completely different price. I'm like, no, that's a fake price.
They do that on purpose. But yeah, I mean, there's no, this is what I will say is like, there's no way that it's not like if ETH does something, if Magic Eden does have an ETH marketplace, there's no way that it's not an aggregator. There's just no way.
Is there Solana an aggregator?
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't know. That's funny.
Yeah. So
I don't even know what another Solana like.
Isn't there like Tensor or whatever?
Yeah, there's Tensor, there's like whatever, but I've only been on like one other one. I don't even remember the name of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but for ETH, it's going to be very different. ETH, you have all these exchanges that are already established. Stop fighting Gorilla, let them cook. I'm not fighting, dude. I'm just being honest. I think, I mean, like I said, I like them. I've been farming their gems. So I like Magic Eden and I like what they're doing. I want them to keep growing. But at the end of the day, I like my money more. So I'm just going to pick the exchange that has the best price and the cheapest royalties. I think it is. Magic Eden is an aggregator. That's good. They also show Tensor listings. Okay, great. Good for them.
Yeah, we're just talking. we're not like going after anybody. We're just chilling.
Okay, dude. I wasn't sure. It is Peyton. Peyton is Web3 Gaming. he has a great handle on YouTube, dude. Web3 Gaming. He has like that at.
What is that, Peyton?
Yeah, from Wolves.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Is Bitcoin or ETH better buy right now? Are you talking? Well, not
Don't
financial
answer
advice.
him.
Yeah. I want to know if he means NFTs or just the coin.
He's trolling.
Next play test you guys are excited about. Dude, I tried to play Shrapnel last night, but I couldn't get a game to load. They were having some issues. I think they're resetting. They're handing out prizes to people who did play, and they're resetting the leaderboard. So I'm going to be playing some Shrapnel this week. Unfortunately, the operators are down, but I mean, I dumped mine, so I posted about this in my video. I dumped mine. They're down to 0.15. Yeah, I
Jeez.
mean, I shared that in my video. Good, dude. D Labs, crush D Labs. Go down. Dude, these got swept. I called it and didn't follow my own alpha. They're at 0.25. Then Jeffrey comes in and buys. Then Dingaling and Velopa and all these guys come in and sweep. I mean, my thesis behind these was they're talking about another mint for Metabolt now. If they're going to do a paid mint, they can't have their Genesis sitting at 0.25. It has to go up. So I'm waiting now. As you can see, like after the sweeps, volume has significantly slowed down. So I'm just waiting. Like bids really calmed down too. There's barely any bids all the way down until 0.19. So I'm just waiting. Hopefully these die down. Hopefully they go down to like 0.3, and then I'm not buying. So hopefully they go down more. But no, this is one I'm definitely keeping an eye on. What do you think of AI Arena? I'm supposed to have a call, I think, with the founder soon. I have to look back into that. I haven't really followed it enough, but I think AI is a great narrative, and what they're doing seems really cool. Like I'm seeing a lot of projects now. I saw a post this morning about ChatGPT. They did a raise, or how much money they've raised total, and how now they want to do stuff with AI agents. And I did find it funny that like all these NFT projects are doing that, like Parallel for Colony, Paleo has AI stuff. Well, there's a few that I can't talk about just yet, but AI Arena, that's what they're doing, right? It's kind of like Super Smash Brothers, where you train your character. So I haven't done enough research into this one to like know from an investment standpoint for NFTs or token or whatever. But overall, I like the project and like I'm interested in it. And I definitely want to talk to the founder, which again, I think I'm supposed to have a call. And it's backed by Paradigm. That's how it got the hype, right? Remember Art Gobblers and Blur did really well, and everybody was just going mad looking for all these Paradigm projects, and they were bull posting it. I find that funny sometimes, dude, when people just they know nothing about the project itself, but then they just see something and they're like oh baby games, dude. I was literally playing this morning on my Xbox controller. I just completed the weekly challenge. You have to beat 30 races, win 30 races. Their game is amazing. Like we've played this together. Their game is amazing, dude. It plays so well. It plays like Mario Kart. I mean, they're building 7 or 8 different games at once. Really cool team. They actually have. I just bought some of these because I was like, or somebody sent it to me, but I had seen it. They're selling assets. Okay, nice. I got the Zach XBT one. It just sold out. I also bought the Vanilla Wukong. I should have bought the Bulma because people love Bulma. I don't know what these do. I mean, it gives you a pack. I don't know if this is going to have any future benefits or if I literally just paid $50 for a skin, but I'm hoping there's some sort of future benefits. But this is like a project that I see on every list of like most hyped upcoming NFTs. And dude, I've asked the team multiple times and they always say like, no, we've never spoken about NFTs. We've never spoken about a token. Like, and I love that they're doing that, dude. They are fully focused on their game. That's all they care about, making a good game. And that's great. They're not pushing this whole speculative narrative. And, I always see it on the list and I'm like, man, people just don't ask questions. They just throw things up and they don't care. Okay, here. Thank you, Peyton, coming through with the alpha. AI Arena is a 420 collection, and the collection is the only way to earn the token other than these community events. Thank you, sir. How well is the NFT doing? I had tried looking for it the other day, but I didn't. Bro, who cares about a good game? You're right, dude. You're right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. At the end, you look at a lot of these games. This is my problem with a lot of these publishers. Like, dude, I ripped like Vulcan Forge and some of these other guys apart where like their games just aren't good. Meta Xseed, they're selling their nodes. I had spoken to them. They're cool, but I went to try their games and I was like, man, these games legit suck, So, but people don't care. People are just aping it because he's gonna send me the collection. Thank you, sir. Who cares about good games? Gamers. Yeah, no, he's just trolling. Obviously, gamers care, but we're saying for investment purposes, like, does it matter? It's all about narrative. It's all about, everybody's bullish on Bloodloop. Why? Because Becker spoke about it multiple times. Like, we've tested Bloodloop. It's fun. We had a good time playing, but no, most people haven't tested it. They're just bull posting it because they saw Becker talk about it. What do you got? Let's answer a few questions. So the guy says, legit question. He could still be trolling. Bitcoin. I mean, what's a better buy? We can't answer this because there's just so many collections. Ordinals have been trending on the secondary market, but now they're seeing a little dip. Okay, here. Thank you, Peyton. Appreciate you, sir. Oh, that's why I was looking for it on Blur. That's why. It's on Arbitrum. Wow, it's at 3.6 ETH. Let's go, guys. They're crushing it.
Damn, I did not even know this.
Yeah.
It came out a year ago?
Yeah, February last year when it was trading for 0.6.
Crazy.
And then it went down to 0.25, I guess, when people stopped caring. And now, dude, it's boomed. Wow, that's crazy since November.
You know what's actually interesting is that nobody talks about this.
No, a lot of people talk about the project, but not the NFT. But they are talking about the project. I mean, they have their tournament going on right now with they have different teams. Let's just pull up the art. Also, the art for their tournament is fire. I was like, yo, I got to generate some AI art like this. Like, these look dope, dude. Yeah, we got a fellow wolf in here, Spark C. But then all the homies out here. But yeah, the art looks dope for all of these, man. I love these. When I saw this, I was like, yo, I got to make an AI PFP for myself. But no, they're doing a tournament, so obviously everybody's talking about these. They still have room on their teams. I might as well join a team and start playing it. Yeah, but no, nobody talks about the NFT, but they talk about the project overall. Let me close some tabs here. We got some questions in the audience. Let's just go through them. Multiplayer functionality service was down and it was jacked up because the founder of the MP surface wasn't. Wait, what are we talking about? You're talking about Shrapnel. You're talking about Shrapnel. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna play today and tomorrow. I'll stream it. I streamed it last week. I mean, I spoke about this in my last video, right? I love Shrapnel. I love the guys. I love what they're building, but the game feels way too early for an investment point of view. And I understand that might not matter. Becker could come out and shill it and it's going to 3x or whatever. If I pull up the price. So it's up a little bit since I sold. I sold around 20 cents, but ETH has gone up more. ETH is up like 6%. So I don't think it's a bad play, but I was just like, yeah, this game's way too early. And I'm happy I sold the NFTs because those are down bad. Obviously, I would have been way happier if I sold the top when they were at 44. Actually, I'm saying ETH, but it's actually AVAX that I need to look at. Okay, AVAX is up. Quite a bit since I got in.
Obviously, I would have been happy if I sold the literal top.
Yeah, here, just tuned in. We'll catch up later, but keep the awesome work, fellas. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, fellow Gorilla Labs community. Follow your own alpha fam. I know, bro. Write that down. I know, bro. What do you think of? Well, you answered this one, A Arena. What blockchain games are you looking forward to most right now? Like to actually play, or for like NFT mints? One I think that we both are going to talk about upcoming is Counterfire, low supply. Boy posted. This is what annoys me with video. I just got to start tweeting it, dude, because I called it in my server to like try to get whitelist for this one. My next video is only Tuesday. I just have to start tweeting like the alpha to try to get out there first. But you can go play their game right now on the Apple Store or on Android, and they have some activations in their server where you could try to get whitelist. It's a low supply, free mint. The utilities are like you get a token airdrop. You get airdrops for future NFTs. They're doing royalty sharing. They're following the path of L37. They even have some of their advisors for L37. So I'm not saying it's going to pull in L37 and go to 10 ETH, but it's a free mint, and I do think it'll do well. So
listen, This is what I'll say.
Go for it.
This is going to cook. This is gonna be good.
What floor? What floor?
Out
That's
the
people want to
gate.
know.
Out the gate, at least 2, if not higher.
Two
if not higher.
Okay.
From what we know about the people and the team that are behind this cooks. So
you're sweeping one ETH?
Probably. Do not fade counterfire. That's what I'm going to say right now. There's still time. This is just now getting out for whitelist, like, you know, to get whitelist. This is like the whitelist to try to get, in my opinion. You get this, like, you're like this. What this is cook. Just gonna throw that out there. For anybody that is listening to this right now, I might even go pull this and post it on a later clip or whatever. This cooks. Cook it.
Definitely should do that. I should have put you full screen. So here asking about AI. Yeah, basically it's you're training like this character to play. What if you create an NFT that had an entire collection of AI characters with different individual personalities and traits coded into them? I mean, that's kind of what they're trying to. I think that's what a lot of these projects are trying to do. That's what like Paleo is going to try to do. That's what not coded into them. You're going to train it yourself, kind of like training ChatGPT. GM, sir. That was Peyton. Let's keep going here. I want a game with nice developed lore and developed characters. That's what's missing in Web3. Bro, I completely agree, dude. When I think what pulled me in to Parallel, and I don't like trading card games, it's the world that they're building, dude. And they're releasing all these all these characters and this lore and world building, dude. And they have their different factions, so they have trailers. Hopefully I could find one. Yeah, like they're building out a world, and I think that's what pulled a lot of people in. It's very cool. Like I'm a big fan of Mass Effect and stuff like that. So I love this kind of stuff. And I think of my favorite games in Web 2, and what is it? It's like, Halo. And I mean, obviously a lot of that's gameplay too, but dude, I love Chief and Cortana, bro. Like amazing characters. Witcher 3, dude, one of my all-time probably my favorite solo game, Witcher 3. I was when I was streaming the other day, I was looking at my hours on all these games. I have so many hours on that game, both expansions, and the world that they built was amazing, or is amazing. And yeah, very little Web3 games are actually doing that. I jump into some of these games without dunking on any individual games, and I'm just like, I have no attachment to this. I don't feel like starting to farm this open world and go, like, I don't care about this. The characters like some blank slate, which obviously they could build on it. When you think of, I guess, Master Chief, he's like a blank slate, right? He has no face. But there's still like a character to him. You understand what his values are and what he's doing. And he has Cortana. Like they've managed to build that and pull you in. So yeah, I feel no game has really done that. I just saw your message. Oh, but it recently upped the supply. Are you talking about AI Arena still? Sorry, I fell behind in the comments. 7 of 8 are wolves in that contest. Yeah, only one has the wolf PFP though. That's what I meant. But yeah, 7 of 8. We got to get that 8th one in, bro. Ash is gonna BRB for a second. Paladins DAO. Was that an actual DAO or is that an individual? Team Whale under the C2Fi banner. LFG. Let's go. Shout out C2Fi. Shout out Whale. They actually have their spaces right now. Talk to Gwei, Ash and Gorilla. He's a fellow DJ as well. We'll do so. Yeah, like I said, I'm supposed to have a call with him. One of my business partners, who also has a gaming studio at Coin Games, was supposed to introduce me. GM, can you DM for a collab? Which project, sir? Let's see if we had anything else on the list here. I think that's pretty much it. So Ash, you left at the wrong moment, sir. But here, let's remove him for a minute. You got just me on stage. Oh, there he is. Welcome back to the Moon or Dust show, sir.
Anyway, we're wrapping this up, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're all done. Yeah, we're all done here. Oh, wait, we have a ton of comments here. Okay, wait. Mass Effect is legit. Elder Ring. I never played Elder Ring. Witcher 3 is badass. I agree, bro. Sparkball was fun, dude. Yeah, dude. We played that in Wolves. That was really fun, but I don't know. What do you think about Ways to God? We full aped the pre-sale in my server. Ash, I believe your server aped as well. There was some FUD and it got dumped by some of their whales, which is unfortunate, but I don't think it matters. Where's Mataria? Yeah, dude, these were at 1.2. I think that's one of the main reasons. Yeah, fully aped in Wolves as well. I missed that, unfortunately. Or I didn't win. No, you raffled it, and I just didn't win the raffle. Yeah, they ran all the way up to 1.2 again, and then a few people didn't get collabs, like Ali and Zier. They were really upset, or they got like their spot. I think most people had that, right? They promised a lot of people spots. I was told I can get up to 250, and then obviously most of those got rugged. There's the demand just increased, and what are they going to do? Give hundreds of spots to a couple of people, or spread it out and give everybody X amount of spots? So they had to make that choice. I understand it. It does suck for Zier and for Ali and whoever else who only got like offered 5 spots. That really sucks. I think some of the people who got burnt like that were holding a decent amount, and they just went and just dumped them all in one shot, and it kind of hurt the floor, especially with all the farmers, because the farmers got dumped on. You could see it right here. Boom, massive dump on the chart. But dude, I'm still bullish, dude. I still, I do see Mataria going back up, especially they have a token. There's a massive company behind this. And then, so by the time they launch, which I think is in 10 days, isn't it? Or in like 2 weeks. By the time they do launch,
like 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah. The mint price is what, 0.088. The odds that you're underwater, I don't see it. At the minimum, I think you'll be able to break even, but I do think these are at least, or Ways to God are at least like a 2-3x. So yeah, I'm trying to get as many as I can from different servers. I have multiple. The 15th is the launch here. I thought it was the 19th, but maybe it's the 15th. Yeah, no, I'm still bullish on these. I still think they do well. There's a big company behind it. Yeah, multiple people saying 15th, so it's the 15th. Yeah, no, I'm still bullish. I still think they do well. So yeah, 0.088. Yeah. And I like that they have some for public. I've had some pre-sales approach me recently, and they're just like, so I'm just reading the thing. Yeah, they're just like, hey, we're doing full pre-sale, and I'm like, why is that hype? Like, I get it, you're selling out your collection in pre-sale, but like, you need marketing. You need a big public sale that everybody's looking, or a whitelist sale that everybody's looking at. So that's what bothers me. So I like that they're doing, still a sale that other people can get in, and not just the pre-salers. Obviously, the pre-salers are the biggest winners if it does well, because you don't have to struggle and do a first come first serve or use a bot or whatever. But yeah, I do think this does well.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Yeah, I know we had some other topics, but I think a good place to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for joining as usual. Thank you for staying even longer. We went over a little bit. Don't mock me. I will be streaming Shrapnel. Ash, when are you getting your new PC, buddy?
Not now.
No?
No, we'll move. We'll talk about that later.
All right. Okay. So I guess you'll watch me stream. Maybe you just join my stream and you can criticize whenever I get killed.
I'll chat.
Yeah. So appreciate everybody for joining. Ash has some videos probably dropping soon. I got a new video on Tuesday. Be sure to tune into that. And then every Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, the Moon or Dust Show. Appreciate everybody. Peace. Later, guys. It always takes a second for